everybody, and welcome back. I am the Sovereign, and this is my court. If this is your first time in attendance, hello. Please consider hitting the subscribe button before you leave our kingdom, because I will be uploading videos about finals when Sunday rolls around. But we are here to talk about my preliminary top 21 list. And you guys, I'm not even gonna lie, it took me hours of breaking down, rewriting, restructuring, reformulating, rescoring the list because I just am doing too much, but I can't stop myself. It's taken me so long. Like, I got my little puff here because there was a point where I was just like, oh my God, we are sweating because it is so serious. Oh my gosh. But I think I've gotten the list to a point where I'm okay with it, right? Because I don't think us as pageant fans are ever satisfied. Now, my apologies as an American citizen for our tardy behavior over here. Yes, the show was about 15 minutes late and I was talking a little bit of mess on Instagram. If you don't follow me, you should be following me because stuff happens over there. But I was on Instagram and I was definitely in the Discord with a lot of you discussing the competition as it was happening. The links to Instagram, Discord are in the description box below. Come join us. Some of you guys are much more savage than I am, okay? People think I'm savage. You guys are ruthless. I'm over here watching people in the kingdom. They have no mercy. Now, first things first, I know a lot of people are going to have complaints about the little swimwear jacket cape some of the girls were sporting. I am not going to complain about it. I don't hate it, and I'm going to tell you why. Having them use a prop or a tool is going to throw them, a lot of them, off of their game. A lot of women only know how to walk in a swimsuit. They do not know how to use clothing, use fabric, use a prop. So that's kind of a nice curveball to force them to work with something that they're not used to. So I'm not complaining about a little bit of challenge being implemented into the competition by all means. Thank goodness we had no slips, trips, or falls. I don't think any of us missed 2019. Now, I do have two lists here with me. The reason is one of the lists is purely based on performance, right? It was just based off of what we saw during prelims. And then I had to factor in who I think really is going to give a decent enough interview. Now, I don't think I made any monumental changes between the two lists because I tried to give justice to the girls who performed well, but there's just a few differences. So let's get into the actual list with everything taken into account, swimwear, potential interview that we haven't seen, and let's talk about them. Let's start from the bottom. At number 21, I have Great Britain. Number 20, I have Bolivia. At number 19, I have Iceland. Number 18, Colombia. Number 17, South Africa. 16, Jamaica. 15, Costa Rica. 14, Canada. 13, Nepal. At number 12, Philippines. 11, Brazil. 10, Indonesia. 9, Bahamas. 8, Australia. 7, India. 6, Peru. At number 5, I have Nicaragua. At number 4, I have Thailand. At number 3, Dominican Republic. 2, Puerto Rico. And my number 1 top spot returns to Mexico. Now, these are my alternate ladies. Some of the spots were changed, like I said, because everything's not based on performance. So performance-wise, I had Canada being a lot lower. For performances only, Bahamas, Indonesia, Costa Rica did much better than other people. I had them, this is how the list actually was. Based on performance, it was Puerto Rico, Mexico, Dominican Republic, Bahamas, Indonesia, Costa Rica, Thailand, Nicaragua, India, Peru, Brazil, Philippines, Jamaica, South Africa, Colombia, Bolivia, Nepal, Panama, Australia. That's kind of how, and then Iceland and Great Britain were the other ones. And Canada was an alternate. That's how performance was. But I think we all know that Canada can speak and Canada is going to do very well in interview. So that's why she got bumped up. India is another contestant that I decided to move up a few spots because I know that she delivers a really good interview. Same thing can be said for like Peru and Thailand. I think they're going to deliver really good interviews. Bahamas is iffy. Her performance is great, but as I said in my previous videos talking about Bahamas when I initially put her on the list, I said back then, if this country does what I think it's going to do, the issue with them is not going to be anything but styling, and lo and behold, styling issues with Bahamas. And it's not that the gown is necessarily a bad gown. It's literally just a styling issue. I don't know what to do about them. I'm like, I said it ahead of time. Hopefully they can get through it because I do think she has a really good personality and she can speak very well, which is why I didn't knock her like super down the list. I think she's going to sustain a pretty good interview. I think the biggest jump I made on the list was Australia because her performance was not as strong as a lot of the other women. Like I had her below Colombia, Philippines, Peru, Nicaragua. Like I had her below them, but her speaking ability and her personality is out of this world and they're going to love her for it. So I would be beyond surprised if she didn't make it to finals. Like that's like incomprehensible to me. And yes, I am going to take a little tiny victory lap for knowing about Nicaragua ahead of time because you guys really slept on her though. I'm over here seeing everybody's list. Nicaragua is nowhere in sight. Thank goodness your internet girlfriend gave you the tea ahead of time. See, we worked together. I made sure you guys had the knowledge beforehand so Nicaragua didn't come out of the darkness cutting and slaying everybody. I told you, so you knew what to look out for. And now raise your hand if you have Nicaragua on the list. I should see a whole bunch of hands in the comments section, okay? She maybe wasn't there before, but I bet she's there now. Yes, okay, see, this is why we're a team over here. Some people may be looking at the top 3 and you're like, you really put Dominican Republic up there? Yes, and I did go check because sometimes I'm like, but does she really belong up there? Sometimes a person performs really well, but I'm not going to give them a spot simply because they perform really well. So before I decided to give her that number 3 spot, I went and found on YouTube her interviews or her talking so I could see exactly what type of personality, what her speaking ability is. I'm giving her the number 3 spot. Like, I'm giving it to her. She can speak. I don't really think that that's something I'm going to have to worry about. My, top 10 are totally like people that I do have faith in. Okay, number 9. I take that back. Top 8, because number 9 is iffy. Like I said, it's Bahamas, but I'm not going to rob Bahamas of a really good spot simply because I know she's not a favorite and some people may have questions about her interview skills. I mean, she's holding it through this far. I mean, if something messes her up, it's going to be something silly, but I'm not going to rob her of a spot because she earned it through her performance, and I do think she has at least decent speaking ability. So I'm not taking her off the list. I have to give the girl what she deserves. And yes, I'm going to see down in the comment section people talking about that damn gown. Hopefully the styling is better going into finals because you cannot dispute. Go back and watch her performance. You can't dispute that she can perform. I am a little salty that a lot of you were on me for months about Chile. For months, a lot of you were on me about not putting her on the list. Yeah, I bet you don't want to talk about it. Moving on. Note to Italy. We're fine, Italy. Me and you, we're cool, okay? There will be no war waged. I appreciate and I can clearly tell you put in work to make sure Viviana Vizzini was trained, and I highly appreciate it. So, no nonsense from me. You will get none because you did your homework, and I thank you. It was very nice to see an Italian competitor actually compete, like actually put up a fight. That was nice to see. In making this list, I did take a second look at evening gown just to be sure that I was happy with it because I think a lot of people can get distracted or, hypnotized by really glamorous performances from the girls, which we do like some of the fierce attitudes. We love it when they give us looks and everything, but at the end of the day, it always has to be natural. It cannot be forced. And there was a few performances that when I really was meticulous in watching them, you could see that their movements were not fluid. Some of their facial changes were very forced. You could tell that they were really pushing to make something happen instead of it allowing it to occur naturally. And I know that that's something that Miss Universe is going to strive for, is a queen that's very natural and doesn't really have to force being fierce, have to force a performance. Everything should really flow. But all in all, I'm really happy with the list, and I'm really happy that we finally got to see the show, and thank the ladies for such a beautiful, wonderful, like immaculate, like awesome show. And as we know, we have not watched Interview, so we can speculate all we want on who we think did really well. But there's always that chance, and usually it's pretty likely that at least one top contender who we absolutely love completely bombed Interview. Anything can happen in Interview. Like, there could just be this blowout woman that the judges just fall in love with, and then bam, she's in finals and nobody saw her coming. So we do not know everything that happened, even behind the scenes, behaviors off stage. There's a lot of things that can change the rankings in the judges' eyes. So keep space open in your mind for any wild cards, dark horses that may come galloping through, and inevitably the El Tacuyo that is going to fall off. Things happen. In the comment section below, let me know what you think of the show. Did you have fun? Are you enjoying yourself? Who is on your top 5, top 10 list? And are you one of those people that owe me apologies for harassing me about Chile, okay? Yes, I'm a little bit salty about it, but I'm not mad at you, okay? It's all love over here. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, and remember, I love you and I will miss you, but you know I will be back in a future video for finals. I love you, I'll miss you, I'll see you later. Bye.